What's up, guys? This is your boy Ibrahim. As you can see, I'm about to take my Wegovy week 36 right now, which is the last shot before I start the new box next week. Yeah, I know I'm kind of late. Instead of taking it on Tuesday or early Wednesday morning, so I'm taking it right now, Thursday at 10:51. So let me just get ready and put it in. Wow. Yeah. She hurts me. Yeah, there you go. It was just weird. It started to actually hurt after so long. Yeah, I know I need a shave, so I'm probably gonna get it later on tomorrow before I do anything. So I'm gonna get up early in the morning probably and head out to get a shave. So now it's actually 3 months now, that my mom is gone. It still feels so different. Not seeing her face, not seeing her here with me, or just not seeing her, period. The only way I can see her is from pictures that I have of her. And I never expected, this to happen so fast. It's like so crazy, you can say, because, then again, we don't know when we're gonna go, because, we never have a timetable for that. Life is just borrowed on time, you can say. And it's just so different. That's all I gotta say. Like, living here alone by myself, like, so quiet, so empty, that sometimes I stay outside hanging out, and then I come home. And then I come home, like I said, and either watch TV for a bit and then knock out. I don't know. But I know for a fact that since I've been taking the Alpha Lion supplements, it actually been helping me a lot because I can feel the difference. Like the pills that I've been taking that they sent me. Like, if you see my chest is coming out more definition. My arms are coming out, like getting hard, probably. So I haven't really started taking the pre-workout, but so soon I'm gonna start taking it. Maybe next week when I start working out again at home. 'Cause that's what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna start working out in the house and then go back to the gym original, like the way I wanted to. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to the gym and start working out and see what happens from there. I mean, it's just weird, because I'm not really doing much at home. It's weird because I'm actually sleeping more, and then I stay home all day, and then I just go out at night. So it's like I'm just missing half of the day itself, and I just come out at night. And that's just not me the way So now it's like, I'm just completely, I can say I'm completely lost, like confused. But at the same time, it's like, is this real? Like, am I dreaming still? Or am I gonna ever wake up and see my mom one day? You know? I mean, like, sometimes I'm outside and I could just be, talking or thinking about something. And next thing you know, I just I just start crying. I mean, I'm not asking anybody for sympathy, or anything at all. I just gotta do the right thing for myself. And it's just weird, not seeing people that you really care about and love, and then they're gone. Just like that. Like the other day, a friend of mine, Anas Muhammad, passed away. And he was like in his early 30s. And from what I heard, it was liver failure that he had. And he just recently got married too. So it's like, so much stuff is going on around the world, you can say. And it's just so different. When you know somebody and then the next minute you never see them again. But then again, that's part of life. You live and you learn, right? You live and you learn from your mistakes or from anything, in total. So it's like, that's how things are. You live and learn. Just like what's been going on with me, for example. I met a girl online on Instagram, and she was telling me she was coming to New York to see me and maybe we could start a business together. But then again, that was all a lie. She only used me for money so she could come here, and like a dumbass I was, I paid for her flight and everything. And now I'm not getting my money back, which that really pisses me off because I spent a lot of money on her for her flight plus plus the hotel. And her excuse, I should have known that there was red flags in the beginning from just talking to her. And that she's pretending to be somebody else that's well known in the industry, like in the acting business. And when I when I actually confronted her about the picture that she was sending me, I'm like, isn't this supposed to be somebody else? That's an actual actress. And she's like, yeah, that's me, but I stopped doing that, and I don't want to talk about it right now, but it just pisses me off the fact that I'm talking to somebody for so long, and then she decides to take advantage of me when my mom's in the hospital. And then when my mom passed, she was still taking advantage. And I was just falling for everything that she was doing to me. Supposedly she was here and then she got into a car accident. And that's why we never got a chance to see each other. But then she was... And then all of a sudden she tries to get me a car. She said that she was going to buy me a car. And then she paid off the half of the amount that was supposed to be paid off. And then she wanted me to pay the rest. And I'm like, why should I pay when I never even asked you for a car or for anything? And then I told her, I'm not giving you any more money. I'm done. I'm done playing games with you. I'm done with all this. So stop asking me for money because you're not going to get money from me ever again. So then, so then she was like, oh, if you want to talk about everything and actually meet up, but you have to pay the amount first before that can happen. And I told her, okay, no problem. Have a safe trip. And she left back to Florida. Man, I haven't talked to her since. Why should I waste my time talking to somebody that's just gonna catfish me? And it's messed up because I got catfished twice. Once from her, and then the other girl I was supposed to meet that lived in Brooklyn. And it's funny because when I was doing the when I signed up for that acting the company, whatever, the allcasting.com, when I signed up for it, I actually signed up like for acting or for taking pictures, modeling, whatever. And it's funny because one of the producers of the show Catfish actually contacted me if I wanted to do an episode of Catfish. But at the time, I didn't really have any person really catfishing me except for one person, but that was a girl in Queens. And when I told them the story, they couldn't really do much for me because it was not even enough money for me to get catfish from that person, so they turned it down. But they said if anything ever happens, if I do eventually get catfish or whatever, they can do another show for me, and hopefully I could be on it. And to be honest with you, I actually have a good chance to actually be on Catfish because of the recent events that happened to me with both girls. They both took advantage of me with my mom in the hospital and my mom passed away. One scammed me for gift cards, and then the other one scammed me for, sounds like somebody's listening to what I'm saying. I don't care, whatever. I'm on YouTube, right? So that's all that matters. Like I was saying, one used me, catfish me for money, for gift cards. The other one, she catfished me for actual money from me paying for her flight, the travel expenses, the flight, and the hotel. And a lot of stuff happened afterwards besides that. So somehow, some way, I know I'm going to get my compensation back from them, especially from her. Because I know she's using an alias, pretending to be somebody else, when it's not really even her. Because I know the voice that I actually spoke to her once only, the whole time we've been talking. And it's funny because in the movies or whatever shows that she was on, she has a different voice, a different accent. And she's from the South. She's like from the Southern accent. So when I spoke to this person, even though it was on Google Chat, Google Voice, Google Chat, whatever you want to call it, she actually had like a European accent. So I'm like, doesn't sound like the same person that I would hear in her movies or whatever that she was on, commercials or whatever. I'm not gonna actually get into detail and say what kind of business she does, because let's just say she was. I'm gonna be honest, okay? It pisses me off because I don't want to know anything about her. I just want my money back. Supposedly, she was actually the porn star, D. Williams. And when I confront her about it, she tried to, like, she was like, "Oh shit, how did you know it was, it was me?" And then she eventually told me that yes, I am, but I don't do it anymore. I'm not in the business anymore. And every time I confront her about it, I'm like, I know you're lying to me, because it shows that you're still active on social media. And then she's telling me something about the company that she was working with, that they have a contract with her that she still has to, that they have every copyright for her, so they could actually pretend to be her in websites or whatever. And she's trying to go to court with them to clear her name so she could actually leave the business. But then it's like, one thing is something, the next thing is something else. And yeah, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I did watch, that, her, and I seen a few of her movies, and she had a different voice than the person I was actually talking to. So this person sounds like she's from Europe or something, because she had like a European accent. And D. Williams has a Southern accent, like, cause she's from Texas originally. And she was like telling me, "Oh, we can't video chat, we can't video call each other because of the fact that she has problems with her company, that she could actually get sued for that, because she didn't." Well, to be honest with you, it seems like she didn't really trust me at all, because she was telling me one thing and then telling me another thing, and then when I actually paid for her flight and everything, the same week that she's here, she ends up telling me she has family over here, and she goes visit her aunt and her cousin. But now she keeps saying her niece. Like, is that her niece, or is that really her cousin? And then all of a sudden, a week after she was here visiting her family, she gets into a car accident. And now this is where she traps me in. She actually, supposedly they needed to do emergency surgery for her, because if they don't do it, she could die. So I'm like, okay. And then her aunt messages me, "Oh, please, can you help out? Can you put some kind of, can you please help with the surgery? Can you please try to pay for it?" So I'm like, okay. So like a dumbass that I was, I gave her money again. And this is when I knew everything was going, like, changing up, because it's like, I already sent so much money just to pay for your travel expenses and everything. And then I gotta pay for your surgery. And if I didn't do it, she was gonna die. So they were trying to put the blame on me, like if it was my fault if something happened to her. I'm not having that. So you know what? No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm tired of being nice to people, and then in the end, I'm the one I'm getting hurt in the end by people that I care about, and then they want to use me. I'm tired of being nice. I always been nice, and I always got hurt by people. Not anymore. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm done. So you know what? I'm just gonna focus on myself. I'm gonna do what I gotta do for myself. So fuck all these fake ass people. Yeah, I'm calling everybody out that's fake around me. And they know, I'm not saying who they are because I don't really know, because it could be anybody. I'm just saying I'm done being nice to people. So I had enough of it. So I'm done. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more people trying to get their ways with me and try to tell me what they want and whatever is good for them. No. I'm done. I'm not having this shit anymore. Peace out. One love. This is your boy Ibrahim, aka Palarican B 718. One.